We are live, trying to get the message out there. But yeah, we are live. This is the All Sports Matters podcast. I am your host, Amir Sharaz. Uh, we just witnessed, literally just witnessed history minutes ago by the name of Shohei Ohtani. And we will get to that momentarily. But before I move on, I'm bringing my brother on screen. Make sure he is good to go. Sir Fleck, you can't be last place, Fleck, because I'm pretty sure I'm in last place. But semantics.
Nah, bro. I mean, my Titans are in last place. My Gators are in last place. All my fantasy teams are either last or next to last.
Well, y'all tied with Indy. Indy is 0-2, right?
Well, yeah, but if you look at the standings, the Titans are in last.
Wait, 0-2. Just thought about that. Your whole division is 0-2 except for Houston. What are you talking about?
If you look at the standings, the Titans are technically in last place.
So it's probably a point scored thing, maybe. I don't know.
Probably. Thing, I don't know.
Our other brothers will be in momentarily. They'll come in as they straggle along. Yeah, we really can't. Last week we did a whole preview review special, and we'll get to that before everybody's Thursday night football game tonight. Nobody needs any was that Benadryl or any Z-Quil. All you gotta do is watch the Jets and Patriots tonight. I'm pretty sure that'll put you to sleep. So no medication necessary. We don't advocate for that anyway.
I just need Garrett Wilson to have a good game.
Unless you need it. But holy crap, 50-50. Obviously, I don't think we can start nowhere else other than the history that just took place minutes ago.
Literally minutes ago, just before we came on the air.
50-50. But I'm trying to get it on the screen here, and I'm going to get it on the screen for y'all.
Mr. Ohtani.
50-50. Like, wow. And I don't know why I did a question mark, but that'll be all right. Geez.
He needs to be touched. He needs to be touched.
Last week, you wasn't here, but we briefly discussed how David Ortiz went on record saying that he didn't get the MVP because he was considered just a designated hitter. And we all know David Ortiz had a great career. He probably merited being a DH, depending on what season. I know he got beat a couple times. Does he have a valid point in saying Shohei should not be the MVP of the National League because he's only the DH?
I don't understand what the difference is, because even if you played a field position, they're basing it off of your offensive numbers anyway, right?
Yeah.
Nine times out of 10. I haven't seen anybody that says, "Oh, this dude didn't drop a single ball in center field. He's the MVP."
Numbers and value to your team, obviously.
Okay, you take Shohei away from the Dodgers. Well, I mean, the Dodgers still got a juggernaut out there, so I can't even say take Shohei away. But
definitely got a lot.
50-50, you can't dismiss that. You know what I mean? Like that's history. 50-50 club of one. You know what I mean?
So
I don't think he has a point.
It's safe to say he's going to win the National League MVP this year.
He's got my vote, and I hate the Dodgers.
I think he will be the second player ever, and since you're a statistician, you can look that up real quick. I believe he's the second player ever that could win or will win the MVP in both leagues, National League and American League. But the game he had today, 5 for 5, 2 home runs, 2 steals, and he's never had a 2 home run, 2 steal game in his career. So just to show you how today was.
Who's the only one so far? Because you're right, he would be the second.
I knew that answer because I looked it up, and I'm drawing a blank.
All right, I ain't gonna hold you out there on the cliff. Frank Robinson.
Frank Robinson, yes, I looked it up. Not something off the top of my head, but I did look it up. I looked it up a couple weeks ago actually when they brought it up because when the news reports came out that he will be the second player ever. Obviously, I immediately went to Google and looked up who's number one.
Frank Robinson.
Frank
Welcome
Robinson.
to the show, Chef.
The chef has joined us. We are discussing Mr. 50-50, first player in history of Major League Baseball to record 50 home runs and 50 stolen bases. Let's not.
Was it just me, or did it seem like he came into the game today and was like, okay, let's get this over with? Because he seemed like he was on a mission today.
Like I said, this is the first time he's ever had 2 home runs and 2 stolen bases in the same game. It's always either been 1-1 or one or the other.
Like, let's get this over
and
with.
The first time he's gone 5 for 5. I just want to throw that out. Like, he woke up today and decided to like do Miami wrong.
He had time today. He really had time today.
It's definitely, we're trying to get all the sites up going. We are live. We are live on Instagram. We are live on YouTube, and of course, we're live right here on Facebook. We're growing. We are growing our audience. We're asking everybody just press the share button whenever you can. Just share, and mainly get a chance to subscribe us on YouTube.
It's free. It's free to subscribe.
Yeah, it
don't cost you a dime.
It doesn't cost you nothing.
It don't cost you a dime, and it helps us tremendously.
So we appreciate that. 50-50. Obviously, we're gonna give them the mumbo. While we're on baseball, 3 teams have already clinched the playoff spot. Milwaukee Brewers was the first one, where they clinched the division yesterday. The New York Yankees was the second to clinch the playoff spot last night, and the Cleveland Guardians clinched so far a playoff spot. They're both up to clinch the division probably here in the next week. We're less than 2 weeks of baseball season. So probably about 10 days, baseball season is over. Right now, the team on the outside looking in is the Detroit Tigers. See, you guys thought I was going to go with the Atlanta Braves. See, the Detroit Tigers are only a half a game back from the wild card. The Detroit Tigers, mind you, it's a big deal, seeing as their best pitcher is currently pitching for the Dodgers. Their most expensive player has been on the IL since
they're actually tied for that last spot.
Well, Minnesota just lost, correct. Minnesota just lost here about within the hour, but they still have a game tonight, which means they can slide into the 3rd place in the wild card. The Detroit Tigers with a payroll of doesn't
$2.
matter. Yeah, it's
payroll of $2.
No, that's the Oakland A's. Who, mind you, will be playing in a minor league stadium in Sacramento. It'll be the Sacramento A's for the next 3 years before they officially move to Las Vegas. So I just want to throw it out there. The Oakland A's,
that club
the owner does not want to spend any type of money, like ever. So they will be playing in a minor league. Not only will they be playing in a minor league stadium, they'll be sharing a minor league stadium with the minor league team. Usually when you go to the stadium, you kick out the minor league team and tell them to go somewhere else. But no, they're sharing locker rooms. They're sharing. It's a travesty and embarrassment for Major League Baseball. Oakland A's, shame on you. But it's going to be 3 years of that. So I feel bad for the West Coast teams that get stuck in Sacramento. I hope they catch the Sacramento Kings while they're out there. That's their best chance of getting some type of entertainment in Sacramento. Chef, what's going on with you, brother?
Man, look, just been running hard, trying out new things tonight. I wanted to experiment a little bit, so it just took me a little longer than I wish I had to. But hey, trying to see if I can make some Asian-style chicken wings.
Asian-style chicken wings that you're experimenting. Sounds delicious.
I was about to say, sound good.
Yeah, it's coming along rather nicely, as a matter of fact. So I think we're gonna be good to go. I'll send pictures to our group, and if you follow me on Facebook or Instagram or wherever, you'll see it.
This man enjoys making us hungry.
Speaking of experimentation, the experiment is over in Carolina, and the Bryce Young experiment is now on the bench. I had to do that one. Now, I wasn't planning on going there yet, but you opened the door to that.
Well, good one.
At
That's a
what
good one.
point? Now, okay. So before we get to Bryce Young, right? Let's talk about the Carolina Panthers. Their owner, David Tapper, whatever his name is,
Pepper.
is already been on the receiving end of a lot of ass chewings from the other owners saying sell. Their GMs went from Gettleman to and then Canellis is the coach, right? So with that being said, is Bryce Young to blame for Bryce Young failing ish at the quarterback position?
I will say this. Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield came through that same organization. They left that organization and look at how they're playing right now. I'm not saying that, it's because of Carolina, but it's probably because of Carolina. Go ahead, Chef. You like you had something on your mind. Say it.
Well, you're the resident Alabama guy, and you will always defend your quarterbacks no matter how many benches they ride. But go ahead.
No, I mean, if they don't look good, then they don't need to play. Bottom line, but I can't help but feel bad for that kid because, I mean, who is he throwing it to? Who's his number one right now? Even though Deontay Johnson is there, I don't understand why they sat Bryce the entire preseason when they know they have a new coaching staff coming in. And he played, one series, I think, in the preseason?
That's not helping them either. You know what I'm saying? You brought it up. The fact that he has a new coaching staff. This is his third in 2 seasons?
Third.
In 2 seasons?
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
That's nuts.
You're your third head coach in 2 seasons.
And then your main wide receiver you throwing to is an older Adam Thielen, basically. And we know he's on the long tooth side of wide receiver right now. He's a good wide receiver. I'm not going to take nothing from him, but he's not Minnesota Thielen. And who else? And I mean, he has no weapons.
The rookie from South Carolina.
Xavier.
And we don't know what he's going to be yet because they
haven't
him in the plan yet, right?
But I don't think the receiving core is the issue. The line is not giving him time to throw.
That was the other part I was about to
You know what I mean? Like the line, like I saw one play where, or maybe that wasn't Carolina. Maybe that was I'm thinking about Chicago.
No,
where the right tackle, he just looked at the dude that was rushing, was like, forget it, and let him destroy Caleb Williams. But Bryce Young, that offensive line in Carolina is
atrocious.
Horrible. So
I mean,
they got receivers. I like, you know what I'm saying? Adam Thielen's not being asked to be number one Adam Thielen. You know what I mean? You got look at that, you know what I'm saying, who's by all accounts is an exciting looking rookie. But they got the receivers. It's just that line ain't holding up.
And that's the other part. I mean, it's just an overall failure, honestly. And I hate the kid got into it. You know what I mean? You sit him down, but now what you're going to do if you have to go back to him? Because now, I mean, you crushed his confidence. I'm quite sure. You hit his confidence real hard. And I mean, he'll be able to recover, but I don't know. It's to me that Carolina organization is a dumpster fire, and they just
So
they had to do something though because
they
had no choice.
Because that was saying Matt Rule is undefeated in college since he gone back this year. Just want to throw it out there. Previous coach of the Carolina Panthers. Adam Thielen was interviewed today, and he said, if Bryce Young doesn't give time, then how can you blame him? That was the quote by Adam Thielen. So obviously he's blaming the offensive line without blaming the offensive line.
Yeah, the offensive line is horrible. I mean, that offensive line is like one of the worst offensive lines in the league outside of Nashville.
Yeah, period.
So my question to you guys is, should he be traded, and what should the Giants give up?
I don't think he should be traded because he's still, I mean, this is just his second year. You know what I mean? So he's still has time to turn it around, he probably should be traded because not because of him, but because of that dump, like Rob said, that dumpster of an organization in Charlotte or Carolina, whatever they're called. So it's not because of him that I think he should be traded. No. I saw an interesting 3-team scenario earlier this week where it was sending Bryce Young to the Rams, which I would love to see him with McVay.
I think that would be nice.
Stafford going to Miami and then picks going back to Carolina, like a second and a third round pick, second from Miami and a third from the Rams or something along those lines. The Giants, they're going to get their quarterback next year in the draft. Maybe. I don't know. They kind of infatuated with Daniel Jones.
This will be it. They're cutting ties with him. The question is, how far do they cut ties with him? Looking at the schedule, they might start off 0-8. That's just me as a fan, but either way, that schedule is brutal. But should Bryce Young look to be traded?
Get out of that dumpster fire, man. And seriously, like, just he needs I honestly think it would behoove him to have a fresh start. I know sometimes you want to try to persevere and try to weather the storm, but that torrential downpour is not worth fighting through. Get out of there, young fella. Go somewhere else, and build with an organization who literally knows what in the world to do to develop talent instead of not surrounding you with any assistance, any help, except for a wide receiver core and nobody to protect you without getting killed. Because C.J. Stroud, everybody talked about how it would be so much better. What if C.J. Stroud was there? I feel bad for C.J. Stroud. He'd probably be on IR right now. The way they tee off on quarterbacks when they go against Carolina, because Carolina cannot protect nobody.
That is facts. If I'm being honest, I didn't even realize Andy Dalton was still in the league when he was announced as the starter. But Andy Dalton had a rapport with Adam Thielen last season. Adam Thielen was a very capable wide receiver 2 last year.
Yeah. And that's all they're asking him to be this year. You know what I'm saying? It's just, like I said, that line is terrible. Yeah, maybe Dalton will fare better behind it, but I mean, I don't know. I don't think Mahomes would hold up behind that line.
Nobody would, man. I'm serious. Nobody would be able to live through that line. That line is terrible.
The Dallas Cowboys got their ass beat last week. It was like 50 to 2 touchdown-ish.
44-19.
What is going? Usually we don't see something bad for Dallas this early in the season. Let's be honest. They usually hold it together and they fall apart towards the end. Is this a good thing? I'm gonna spin it. Is this a good thing for Dallas to get their ass beat the way they did last week?
I think that was a lot of people sleeping on the Saints more so than the Dallas. Like, the Saints are pretty good. I know you want to talk about Dallas right now, but
I was going to get to on it. Obviously,
I don't think it's anything based off of the way that the Saints have looked so far. First game was against Carolina. Everybody was like, "Oh, it was Carolina," but I mean, I don't think it's anything against. I don't think Dallas should hold their heads down on this one. Yeah, they got their ass whooped, but I mean, Saints are averaging like 45 points a game right now.
That's what I'm saying. They won 90 plus points in the first 2 games.
Yeah, they're averaging like 46 points a game. Right?
But the reason I'm bringing them up because I want to tie all this together. Now they're going to Baltimore.
Well,
Baltimore got their own struggle.
Baltimore we got. No, yeah, we get to
Baltimore got their own struggle.
Oh,
Yeah, they
Baltimore.
struggling. And you know what? Now that you open that door, let me run through it. Literally, let me run through it. Son, we bought a doggone F-350, brand new, fully loaded, ready to go. And we ain't driving. We won't let it take off. We won't pull it out the driveway, but 5-10 minutes. That's it. Son, you got Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry. And you talking about you not going to run him more than 10 times a game? I get it, but I don't get it.
I will actually, I'm going to go right back to you, Chef, and I'll get to you, Flecker, in a minute. Do you think they're worried about that 350 having the lemon law and he wears down early?
Well, yeah, I get that, but there's only one way to find out. Because if you keep holding back, and then when you finally do really need him and he's not able to do what you need him to do, it's too late.
Well, last couple of weeks, we try to do the review preview special. So let's put it all together. With the Cowboys struggling last week, with Baltimore struggling the first 2 weeks. Fleck, I go to you. How do you see that game happening on Sunday? Dallas, Baltimore, who wins?
I got Baltimore winning. They need it more. They can't fall to 0-3. They can't fall to 0-3. If they fall to 0-3, they might as well not even, you know what I'm saying? Like, right. I don't see them doing much of anything if they fall to 0-3. Especially on that AFC side.
My thing is, at the end of the game, in the last 5 minutes, you have to run the ball. Even if you don't want to use Derrick Henry. Okay, got it. Fine. But you have to run the ball other than Lamar. Run the ball.
Well, and even Lamar wasn't running last week. Something was going on.
Something's going on. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Why are you not running the ball when you're up by 10?
Y'all's game script has come down to where Derrick Henry is not effective. Like, Derrick Henry is not a receiving back. Like that was not his role. If he didn't get his early, and y'all get a lead, or what I'm saying, at least keep it to where what I'm saying, the running game is still a factor. But once you have to start passing it,
it's no good.
That confuses me.
So I just posted. I just posted on YouTube. Asked the question. Obviously, everybody can see it. We are live on YouTube, Instagram now, and Facebook. I believe there are 16. No, there's a lot more than 16s, but 6 playoff teams from last year starting 0-2 this year. Which team needs a victory more? Now we're talking about Cincinnati. We're talking about Baltimore. We're talking about the Indianapolis Colts. And
I
really don't care about the Giants and
Baltimore
or the Titans.
But again, how much is a must win this weekend? Ravens, Cowboys, who you got how much? And which team other than the Ravens desperately need a victory?
The Rams. With all of their injuries, they're 0-2.
But I don't think they can recover from those injuries. There's offensive line is hobbled.
I was about to say, and it's not just that they're injured. They're on IR injured. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not. Yeah. So, do you think that they can fall to 0-3 and then still have at least 3 or 4 weeks? No Puka, no Cooper Kupp. The offensive line is in shambles.
I believe the Rams season is over, if I'm being honest with you. I'm already calling it.
0-3, they're definitely over.
I'm already calling it, and the main reason I'm calling it is not necessarily against the Rams. It's more of how the Seahawks and Arizona Cardinals are playing as well. These teams look invigorated. They look hungry. The Rams are like shell of their Super Bowl selves at this point.
No. I'm going to say the other team that needs to get a win this weekend is Jacksonville Jaguars. Because They
I
want
think
to compete in that division. They're gonna have to get on the ball soon. Even though literally the only team with wins in that division is Houston.
Yep.
and I think that's why I don't even consider Jacksonville as a need win, because I think Houston's winning that division no matter what.
Yeah.
But Houston hasn't looked amazing. They're struggling through their victories. Let's be honest. They're not looking nice.
Hey, those are the ones you want to win, though.
Yeah, you want to win the tough ones.
You want to win the tough ones. You want to win the ones where you don't play your best.
Right. Because that shows
So
you.
just imagine once they do play their best.
Because they could have easily lost both of those games with Indy and Chicago. So I'm not all in on Houston quite yet. You know, I do think they can get it together. Quick note: Nico Collins, is hurt. His availability comes Sunday.
He didn't practice yesterday. He practiced limited today.
Okay.
So we'll see how that goes. Speaking of injuries, C.J. Mosley is out tonight for the Jets. So we'll keep that in mind.
Do you think Tank Dell is due a breakout game?
Somebody is due. They're other than Mixon, who's hurt, by the way, as well, hasn't really moved the needle.
Mixon and Pierce. They're down to fumble acres.
Fumble acres. Oh, wow.
So that's a thing as well. John Marshall, welcome to the show. Obviously, he's ridiculing the panel with the Eagles losing to the Falcons.
I know that.
Football.
If they
Who is to blame? Is it Barkley for the drop? Is it Nick Sirianni for the play call? Is it Jalen Hurts for being Jalen Hurts? The reason I'm bringing up Jalen Hurts really quick is, if you noticed on Monday, he wasn't going through his progressions at all. And it wasn't, they said his run plays were not called run plays. That was him taking it upon himself and running. So what is the miscommunication when it comes to Philadelphia?
It's not a miscommunication. They can't stop the run. Their secondary is terrible right now.
They can't stop anything right now.
They really can't. They can't stop nothing. Like, where's Jordan Davis at? I haven't heard anything about Jordan Davis this year. He was supposed to be, run stopper.
Well, they said all those.
Jalen Carter got benched.
They said all those Georgia picks are failing, other than the one defensive lineman, because Nakobe Dean has been MIA.
Jalen Carter got benched, so I know we're not talking about him. He got benched.
And that's the other part. Like, Saquon already took responsibility. The pass was right in his hands.
Yeah.
Literally.
That's definitely my answer.
He led him. All he had to do was put hands on, and he turned up. He may have got in the end zone, knowing him. It's that fell on Saquon. That had nothing to do with Jalen on that one.
Yeah, I'm going with Saquon on that one too. But it also didn't help that Sirianni is like passing on points, like field goals. He's passing them. Like, I didn't understand that.
That's the sexy play, right? Go for it on fourth down.
If it's 4th and 1, not 4th and 4.
Harbaugh does it in Baltimore. And Sirianni does it with the Eagles. Campbell has been doing it with the Lions. So I will stay with the NFC East and ask you guys. The division looked horrendous this weekend, right? Even Washington didn't look good. They had 7 field goals. With that being said,
and they still won.
What is going on? Who should be more worried going forward? Let's go with that. Dallas Cowboys weren't able to stop Alvin Kamara on the pass or on the run, and the offense looked bad. The Eagles, at least, offense looked credible, but they couldn't close out towards the end. The Giants look abysmal, so let's leave them out of this. And the Washington Commanders obviously can only get better. Jaden Daniels looks like a capable NFL starting quarterback.
Yeah.
What he needs to quit doing, though, Dude looks at one receiver and then takes off.
Take off running.
Well, that's
He
what
has
Jalen
to do that. Huh?
Jalen Hurts doing the same thing.
Well,
If DeVonta Smith was covered, he was running. Monday night, that's all he did. Looked at DeVonta Smith, ran off.
I mean, but he didn't have his full complement of wide receivers because AJ Brown wasn't there. So, I mean, and Dallas Goedert is not the same Dallas Goedert he's been.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with him.
But they're not giving it to Dallas. They're not throwing it to Dallas Goedert.
He's not getting open though.
He's no separation whatsoever.
Well, they had the backup tight end was catching balls on Monday for Philadelphia. So I don't, again, play calling. Let's welcome
to work, sir.
I'm glad you showed up because we're talking about struggling teams, and we'll get to yours here in a minute. But what you're saying in the NFC East right now, and I'll ask you since you just jumped on, which NFC East team, not the Giants, should be worried more moving forward? Can't hear you.
No, we can't hear you. You can point at yourself twice. Yeah, neither one of us.
Well, while you get that straight.
You spent all day trying to get somebody else's mic up and running.
And it still didn't get it running.
See what happens when you point the finger, you got three back at you. And there's all three of us. We'll come back to you here in a minute. But again, who should be worried more moving forward?
If the Cowboys lose this weekend, it's them.
It's gonna be literally dire straits.
The Eagles got the Saints.
Even though I was about to say the Eagles do have the Saints,
and if the Bengals.
And if the Saints continue to play the way that they've been playing, I'm not even going to count because everything that Washington gives us.
You said the Eagles have the Saints? No, the Eagles have the Falcons.
No, the Eagles just played the Falcons.
It is lost.
Oh no! Sorry, continue, Fleck. My bad.
Yeah, Philly plays in New Orleans, so
that's right. They sure do.
But with Washington, the expectations are lower for Washington. So anything that they do positive is momentum going forward for them. Philly and Dallas are supposed to be, the two battling it out for not only the NFC East, the NFC period. They're supposed to be two of those teams, along with, the Niners or whatever. So
your boy back.
For me, it's going to come down to Philly or Dallas. And I say Dallas because I think Dallas really should be worried because Baltimore needs that win.
Right.
So
the Saints have given us 2 good weeks of ball. Are we sure that they're going to continue that momentum, though?
Right.
What is happening?
Breaking news really quick. Tommy just homered yet again.
Let's go.
6 for 6, 3 home runs,
10 RBIs.
10 RBIs and 2 stolen bases today.
That's a shame.
That's crazy. It's like he woke up this morning and said, let's get this over with.
He chose all the violence today.
So just want to throw it out there. He's putting on a show in Miami. So we start off the show with that.
It's a party time, party city.
But we're talking about struggling teams. You came at the right time. What is going on in Santa Clara?
0-2, 0-2, 0-2. Don't say I came at the right time. Don't try to throw that on me.
No, sir.
Hold up. So you didn't hear us say that we know our teams are struggling. The Titans and the Giants, we were expected to be bad.
All right, I get it.
I did not expect it, but now
but you acknowledge yours.
You do not.
To my defense, I was expecting the Giants to be second overall pick in the draft. It looks like we're going number 1. I just want to throw that out there.
Carolina is still out there, sir. Carolina is still out there.
Charlotte is there. You will not be number 1.
Well, guess what? We'll probably lose to them in Germany. And
Carolina is still there.
The German fans at the NFL sent
that's
that
the reverse Super Bowl
because I feel bad. Like
the reverse Super Bowl. Wow.
Reverse Super Bowl.
All right.
Because whoever loses is going to get the number 1 pick.
And it's
that's true. We'll take it.
I got on my Japanese Yankees hat, so I just want to, let everybody know.
Salute to you, sir. Now, to answer your question, what's going on in the Bay Area in Santa Clara is the Madden curse has apparently came back around. I have another curse that I have to deal with is the jersey curse, because everybody's jersey I buy, they get hurt. So the next jersey I'm buying is a Lamar Jackson jersey, and then if Tennessee in New York had anybody of note, I will buy the jerseys too. But yeah, it's everybody getting hurt. Today Kittle went down, so I don't know what's happening. He got hamstring tightness. I'm hearing Charvarius Ward may not play. So yeah, just lucky we come up against the Rams, who don't have Puka and Cooper Kupp. So
yes, Marvin Harrison and Kyler Murray finally figured out that they can play catch with each other, and the Seattle Seahawks and Geno Smith looks very well this opening season so far. And no, you can't. You can say okay all you want. You just lost to Sam Darnold, your backup from last year.
Why are you so? Who hurt you? Why are you so angry, sir?
Well, you're hurting my ears right now.
You may not know who hurt me.
You don't have to be. You don't have to be that angry, sir.
I am not. I just know who hurt you, and his name is Sam Darnold.
You don't have to be that angry. That is
Justin Jefferson on one leg caught a 97-yard touchdown.
He wasn't on one leg. He got hurt after that.
The referee outran both of your defenders.
He did. Them safeties were slow as hell. Them safeties.
That is true. I didn't know that.
That's what it look. And an unnamed player said it in the locker room. It was like, yeah, Sam Darnold knew exactly who was back there. Mm-hmm. He knew exactly who was back there and where to throw the ball, because both of them was as slow as cheese in the winter.
Not old molasses.
Lord.
With that being said, we already said that Rams needed a victory more. Do they stand a chance against the 49ers this weekend?
I mean, they kind of always stand a chance. So,
and both teams are hurt.
Yeah, they do.
Well, it's possible. No Debo, no Kittle this weekend.
No Debo, no Kittle, and Ayuk is still trying to get back into the swing of things. So you're gonna see a big game from Jawan Jennings. Now it's all gonna matter if they can stop Jordan Mason.
And on the flip side of that, we mentioned it earlier, the Cardinals. They got the Lions. The Lions defense, even though outside of Aiden Hutchinson, who is a man beast. 4.5 sacks. They gave him half because
they cheated him on
one. Be there.
They cheated him on one.
Yeah.
Initially it was 5, and then
what is going on with the Lions defense? And their offense is getting it together. It took a while for Amon St. Brown to get some touches. Porter is not getting the ball either, even though Jared Goff yardage wise is working. But Lions and Cardinals, who you got and by how much?
Who asked
that one? Chef, go ahead, Chef.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be close again. I'd say they win by 6, 21-27.
21-27.
Who the Lions?
Lions.
I think it's going to be a shootout. It seems like Kyler and Marvin Harrison have found their connection. James Conner's running like a madman. I got Arizona winning, and I think it's going to be a shootout. I think it's going to be like a 42-35 type game. It's going to be a shootout.
I hope so, for Marvin Harrison's sake of fantasy. JB, who you got?
Notwithstanding Arizona being in the NFC West, this don't have nothing to do with that. It all depends on which defense stands up the highest, and which Jared Goff comes to play. If the Jared Goff of the Los Angeles Rams come to play, then, or wherever the Rams was before he left, then the Cardinals go win it. But if Jared Goff come to play like he has been playing the last few games, and that defense shows up and Aiden Hutchinson gets to Kyler Murray, it's going to be over before it starts with Detroit winning.
And I think that's the difference, though. Aiden Hutchinson was going up against a statue last week in Matt Stafford. He ain't running over. Kyler Murray, them little legs get to moving, man. He's hard to find.
He got them
He
quick
is
little
so
ninja
fast.
foots. Them quick
Yeah.
ninja foots.
He runs in 2 sacks.
Hutchinson played against Tampa Bay. Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, last week was Baker's
Yeah.
day.
Was it?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, sir. Yes, sir, it was.
I don't know why I thought it was
The
the
week
Rams.
before. Yeah, the week before was the Rams on Sunday night.
Gotcha.
And it depends on how many times
Baker Mayfield ain't no faster.
it depends on how much Madden coach played this week, because you know he in the lab playing Madden right now trying to figure out how many 4th downs he can go for. So
Speaking of Baker
But
Mayfield,
you do know the coach had to sell his house because his address leaked today. They mentioned that.
and Will Levis had to change his phone number.
I told you stop texting that dude, man. That was that was messed up. You ain't had to text him that many times, all them hateful messages.
I ain't texting him. I'm gonna call him bomb threats on him.
Well, since we don't condone any terroristic activities on the All Sports Matters podcast, but we do condone the Malik Willis custody hearing this weekend between the Green Bay Packers and the Tennessee Titans. I figured
That's funny because Jordan Love is like trying to play now. So
He really is.
there ain't even no guarantee that it's gonna be Malik Willis.
I guarantee you, if Malik Willis would have lost last week, Jordan Love would have sat out, rested. But because Malik Willis won, he's worried about his job, which he should.
I don't know why.
I love
but
all the way
He
here.
has no reason to worry about none of that.
if I'm Green Bay, I'm not risking Jordan Love re-injuring himself.
He will
Not
sit
just
down.
For Tennessee.
Yeah.
Jordan Love are all the way
You
hater.
know what I mean? One of us could go out there and play quarterback and probably beat Tennessee right now. And it's not on the defense. The defense is actually playing pretty good. But when Will Levis is doing dumb crap like throwing the ball backwards to a defender, I mean, like we can't win like that. Pick 6 when we're up, like we can't win like that.
No.
He has to cut down on the dumb plays. If he cuts down on the dumb plays, then we'll be okay. The defense is playing pretty good. The defense is actually the reason Tennessee is staying in games. But go ahead, my bad.
No, you're fine. We discussed sometimes a man needs to vent about his team.
Yeah, you got to get that off your chest. I already knew that. That's been burrowing in your spirit.
Sheesh.
But
Yeah, he
speaking of
felt
injuries,
that. He was feeling that for some years.
Speaking of injuries, and this may be a big deal, we got a battle of two 2-0 teams playing against each other, the Chargers and the Steelers. Justin Herbert might be out. Limited in practice, has not practiced, and is he available come Sunday? And if he's not available come Sunday, who is the backup for the Chargers?
Easton Stick.
Easton Stick.
That sound like something you get and you can't
Oh,
watch
is
it.
that TJ Watt getting 7 sacks come Sunday?
I think I think Justin Herbert plays. He stayed in the last game after he got hurt. He didn't practice Wednesday, which precautionary. He was limited today. I think he gets a full practice in tomorrow. They don't play until Monday, right? No, they don't.
It's Sunday. They play Sunday.
They play Sunday, early Sunday. So if we'll see what it looks like. His practice level is tomorrow. Obviously, if he practices in full, that's a good sign. Limited, it's a little sketchy, but they're not even. He's not the reason that they're winning. That running game is the reason that they're winning. J.K. Dobbins.
He is playing
The reason that they're winning.
We can't
Out of
say
his
that.
mind.
Can't say that name without. So,
Oh no, it doesn't hurt me. I'm happy.
Oh, I was about to say, because they got both of them. They got Gus Edwards too.
They got both of my running backs. It's not a secret.
All right, but look.
Yeah.
We gifted him Henry though, and they're not using him. So what's to say that they were going to use Dobbins?
So yeah, I'm not mad at Dobbins. I'm happy for him.
Look, we gifted him Henry, and they're not using him. So
I still don't understand that. That's crazy.
JB, I'm coming to you, JB, on the opposite sideline. The Steelers may or may not have a quarterback controversy, considering how Justin Fields is not losing. And
don't-
if they win this, do you even go to Russell Wilson?
I don't feel like they need to go to Russ at this point. He Justin has gone out there and showed them, look, all I needed was somebody who believed in me and somebody who give me a weapon or two and put something around me. So I don't think they need to go to Russ at this point. Russ was always kind of an insurance policy anyway, and Justin Fields was the future coming in, and that's why they pulled him in there.
Russell Wilson was there first, though.
He was in there first, but their thought process was, if we can get both of them, we go keep Russ for this year, but Justin Fields is gonna be our long-term plan.
No, because if that was the case, they'd have picked up his 5th-year option.
Yeah, neither one is under contract past this year.
Right.
Yeah, but which one you think they will go with, the youth or the one who may only have a couple of years left?
Well, I mean, it's on. We're about to find out, because if once Russ is healthy, I think unless Justin Fields just looks incredible, I think they're still going to give him a shot on the field and go from there. And if he looks good, then who knows? Mike Tomlin is just an amazing player coach. So I'm definitely not going to say that Russell Wilson won't be back. It's just gonna have to play out in due time.
20 to damn 4.
Let's that baseball game got out of hand. Let's give a prediction here. We kind of forgot about the prediction part of the show. Let's assume that the Chargers have Justin Herbert at quarterback. The Steelers already said they're starting Justin Fields, which Justin will win, and by how much, Fleck?
I got Pittsburgh winning, and it's gonna be like a 3, maybe 6-point game. I got them winning something like 21-13, 21-15, something like that.
So a field goal battle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was mine too. I got Pittsburgh, but I think Pittsburgh will win by a couple more field goals. Than that, I'd say 15-9.
JB?
Still 6 points.
I wanted to go the other way, but the only reason I will not is because of that man, number 90, Mr. TJ Watt. J.K. Dobbins, I don't think he's gonna have that breakout run game like he did this past week, which he was playing the Carolina School of the Blind. So, but I don't think he's gonna have that breakout game because TJ Watt is gonna be sitting over there waiting on him to come around that corner. But
he's had back-to-back 100-yard games.
He did. But I think this one is gonna be close. I think it's Steelers go win it, but it'll be 18-15.
John Marshall says 23-13 Steelers. You're going with the Steelers as well, JB?
Yeah, he said
Steelers 18-15.
So
John Marshall, a Georgia fan. We can't trust him.
Not at all. We talking about the
Hey,
boy.
but he made a good point with Jordan Love, though.
That Georgia-Kentucky game put me to sleep.
The what?
He did.
That Georgia-Kentucky game put me to sleep last Saturday.
I was
There's
hyped.
another battle. There's another battle.
What up, Q?
There's another battle of 2-0s. The team that beat the 49ers last week with the backup quarterback that's named Sam Darnold. And they play C.J. Stroud and the Houston Texans, who's also 2-0. Which team goes to 3-0? How? Why? How much? Talk to me, Fleck.
It depends on how healthy Justin Jefferson is. Obviously, if he's healthy, it's going to be a little bit closer. I think Houston wins no matter what, but I think with Justin Jefferson, it'd be a better game. I'm going to give my prediction with and without Justin Jefferson. I got Texas winning both ways, 28-21 with, 28-7 without.
So no love for.
Is Addison playing?
I mean, and that's what I was about to say. Addison is questionable too. So who we going through if Justin Jefferson?
The only wide receiver we know that will be on the field is Jalen Naylor. That's about it.
Hawkinson hurt.
Who?
Jalen Naylor and
Hawkinson, TJ Hawkinson.
Hawkinson back?
No.
No.
I said he's hurt.
Oh, I thought he's
No, I
okay.
said he's hurt. I was
Gotcha.
naming all the people that were
Also,
hurt.
the only one we know that will be out there is Jalen.
You got Naylor and
They got
Mr.
Aaron
Fumble.
Jones. You know, he can play receiver in a pinch, I guess.
Well,
Gotta do something.
Bad.
Huh?
JP.
Huh?
You got
Houston, Minnesota.
I definitely have Houston winning that game.
Why? Because Minnesota beat San Fran and you're upset about that?
No, because CJ Stroud have way more weapons.
I knew that was coming.
I saw it lining up too.
Yeah.
I saw it lining up. I know what he was gonna do because he an old hater and he know his team will never amount to nothing in football, baseball, or basketball.
Whoa.
Yes,
Much violence.
I don't
Yes.
have well, hey, forgive me for
and
having
Notre Dame
one
suck.
team. Okay, you over there rooting for New
You
Orleans,
turned back and got
San Fran,
I got
LA.
to throw Notre Dame in there too.
I don't know who you be rooting for this week.
And the Rangers suck.
What'd you say, Amir?
I don't know who you be rooting for this week. like I want to talk smack to him, but I'm like, well, LSU lost too, so
You have to
LSU
name
didn't
like
lose.
40 teams.
LSU didn't lose.
I'm just saying, like, when they do, I don't know how to approach you. When the Lakers and Pelicans both have a bad night, it's like, I'm gonna leave that alone. You know?
Then
I'm like, I don't know what to do.
Then you just say, damn, the Pelicans lost because everybody knows I don't support the Lakers when they have LeBron James. I've said this before. I've said this before. Mm-hmm.
LeBron James.
Well, we are losing track of.
He said that man just trying to feed his daughter.
So either way,
Who you got?
Q?
Houston. I got Houston winning. Just because CJ Stroud got way more weapons. I think Houston wins 31-13.
Oh wow.
Well, we got a game tonight. We got a game tonight, right? We this is the point of we're trying to do with this show on Thursdays,
Who you got, Chef?
so we can lead in.
Right, because Chef didn't get to pick.
Well, it took you forever because you always had two sides of every story.
No, it took me forever because you decided you wanted to try to jump on mine because your team sucked.
I don't even give an opinion. I'm a facilitator. You know what I'm saying? I get the assist, and then you
trying to. You keep trying to dog my teams because your teams ain't worth a damn.
If you're Angel Reese,
Don't do this.
I
Don't do this to my teams.
root for both, as far as I know.
We ain't even in basketball season. We talk about football, sir.
Well, NBA 2K just came out, so you know that's
See?
awesome.
See?
Okay, we got a game tonight.
I'm talking about me.
We do have a game tonight.
What's back in it?
And the better looking New England that thought we weren't going to see, but Jared Mayo is doing some things coaching in New England. The boys are playing for him. With that being said, Jets home game. I need to throw it out there. The first home game of the season. Last time Aaron Rodgers stepped on that field in a gameplay situation, he lasted 75 seconds. With that being said, do you think they fixed the conditions, and does Aaron Rodgers last longer than 75 seconds?
I think he lasts longer than 45 seconds or 75 seconds. No, they don't fix that field because MetLife Field or whatever it's called.
Trash.
That field is garbage.
Hefty. That's what it is. It's hefty.
That being said, I got the Jets tonight.
Yeah.
I got the Jets tonight.
You think the offense clicks?
I think Garrett Wilson gets it going.
Yeah.
Got them. I think he gets at least 2 touchdowns tonight. At least 100 yards.
Now,
the backer running back had 2 touchdowns last week. We're off.
Braylon Allen, Braylon Allen. He looked pretty
He
good.
went nuts.
I was completely lost.
you got a curse too, Flex. So,
But Chef, talk to me about tonight.
I mean, they have no choice. They have to right the ship tonight because this is an important game. So I have them winning. I think they win by 2 tutties. I do think Garrett Wilson has a great game tonight. I think we have a Mike Williams sighting tonight.
I hope not.
And Breece Hall, I think he's going to have a good game. Well, no, I think Breece Hall is going to be used a lot, but he's not going to get the breakout game tonight because
Mike Williams' knees will not agree on that field.
No, he going down.
he said his knees.
He going down forever.
JB, Patriots.
The last time Breece Hall played the Patriots, he had like 178 yards rushing.
He did, and I'm gonna agree with y'all, but not for the reasons that y'all said. Y'all named off a lot of offensive players, but I do see Sauce getting the pick 6 tonight. That defense is gonna stand up, and they go get. I'm gonna call 3 turnovers tonight, at least 3 turnovers, 1 pick 6, and maybe a scoop and score. You never know, but I think they gonna win it behind a strong defensive front, and they not gonna have to use Aaron as much.
I hope you all right. Before we go, a couple more games that we obviously not going to overlook. The Super Bowl defending champions lost a big part of their team last week with Isaiah Pacheco going down with a broken tibia. He's going to be out at least 6 to 8 weeks. How does the Chiefs overcome that? And they got Atlanta Sunday night in
Prime time, Kirk.
Prime time. Big game.
Amir, I thought you was about to say Hollywood. I really did. I thought you was about to say Hollywood. I was about to say, oh Lord.
It was prime time Monday night, and 53 seconds is all that was needed to score and beat.
Hey, I'm gonna say this. I got the Falcons winning
That's what I was
at
saying.
home
I'm just
against
saying.
a Kansas City team that's beat up. Travis Kelce ain't Travis Kelce this year.
No.
1 catch for 5 yards. That's not gonna do it game to game.
No.
Pacheco gone. Worthy only weighs 100 pounds soaking wet. That's what who said that? Was it Sauce? No. Cam Britt Taylor for the Bengals said that about him, and then he went out and made a one-handed interception. I got the Falcons winning. I got them winning by a field goal, but I got them winning.
Yeah.
We've seen this story before. The one thing I do know is as long as they got people out there on that field wearing black and white, Patrick Mahomes ain't about to lose to the likes of the Atlanta Falcons. Because we thought the same thing was gonna happen last week against the Bengals, and then people in black and white decided to go ahead and say hold my beer.
Well, I mean,
and it was right after I said something about it. I was like, dang, they made a call against the Chiefs in crunch time, and then here it comes.
They only pay the refs when they're at home, though.
I was about to say,
they on the road.
They don't have to pay it. But when you do stupidness like what he did, I mean, he tried to run through the doggone wide receiver to get the interception. You can't do that.
It was in the air. It was in the air. It was a bang bang play. I know you can't. I played quarterback. I know you can't do it, but I'm just saying.
It was pass interference, but if you want to be specific, the offensive lineman, like 2 of them held that.
Holding, yeah, on that same play.
The whole game. The whole game.
No, on that play.
On that particular play, definitely, yeah. So, but yeah, I'm going.
That, they got the first down and an eligible man downfield, which that was BS to me. So,
if you watch Jawan Taylor, he leaves early every play. The right tackle for the Chiefs.
Oh yeah. It's always
every play.
Always, and they never call it. But that's what I'm saying. As long as they got the people in black and white, we're not going against the Chiefs. They already saying that they go have a 3-peat, so we know what this is going. So
you got Chef.
Chiefs winning.
I've been thinking that the Falcons can win this one, but they got a great chance because their secondary is pretty nasty. Terrell is back there. You got Jesse Bates. They're pretty much a problem. So I'm going with them. I'm going with the Falcons on this one. I think they pull out a little bit of what we call a stunner.
Keep in mind, there's 2 games on Monday night. Bills and Jaguars, Bengals and Commanders. So keep that in mind. Sunday night game is Atlanta and Kansas City. Tonight we got the Jets and New England. We'll try to wrap that up next week in our review preview show that we try to do every Thursday night. Chef, what you got for us?
So, since it's already football season and we have so much going on, there have been a laundry list of NFL offensive rookie quarterbacks that have won the award but have thrown over 10 interceptions that year they won. Who has the most interceptions thrown as offensive rookie of the year when they won the award?
Roethlisberger?
Nope.
Elway.
He's down. Roethlisberger is down at number 7.
Elway.
Nope.
Eli?
I know it ain't Manning because he threw like 20-something interceptions his rookie year.
Yeah, he didn't win the rookie of the year that he did.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I didn't think it was him.
But you're on the right number because the rookie of the year that won it and had the most interceptions threw 20
Phillip Rivers.
interceptions.
Phillip Rivers?
Nope, this was before any of us were born. Though.
Oh well, I don't know.
Yeah, Rob.
But
Johnny Unitas.
now, so I'm gonna give you the first one. The first one is Dennis Shaw.
Who?
Right, Dennis Shaw, and that was in 1970, and he played for Buffalo Bills. But number 2 is Cameron Newton, and he threw 17 interceptions his rookie year and still won.
All right.
Yeah.
He just worked out with the Panthers, by the way.
I mean, he was a
Who was
stud.
his first name? Hey, look, you got to bring this back into to recent history.
And I still see it.
You can't be going back into pre-World War I.
No, this was just 2 years before I was born. So yeah.
That was the AFL then.
That was when the NFL had like 4 teams.
Wow.
But yeah,
Wow.
Cameron Newton is number 2, and number 3 is Sammy Bradford.
Speaking of stealing money, Brett Favre is testifying in Congress on Tuesday for his.
He still ain't paid them folks back their $5
They don't
million.
supposed to pay money.
Yeah. So that's happening on Tuesday. That is our show. Thank you for joining us. Hopefully, y'all don't fall asleep watching the Jets and Patriots tonight.
JETS.
JB, Jeremy, y'all got anything to add?
JETS.
Nope.
Hey, watch out for it, baby. Some people like football, basketball, and baseball, while others like hockey, soccer, and NASCAR. But right here, all sports matter.
Peace out.
Holla.